You tapped in? Okay, Goose, you tapped in too? All right, Chicago, y'all tapped in? All right, boys, let's crack 'em. Feel like Mike in the fourth with the ball in my hands and I'm taking a shot. I'm the king in the madhouse on Madison, whether I make it or not. Now the crowd going crazy, they watching the play and I'm watching the clock. Got my shot in the air and the buzzer go off and I'm watching it drop. This team did things, MJ shot City 6 rings. D-Rose too big, too fast, too strong, history. And we good on that, put Jilla on the track and we good on wax. 3, 2, 1, everybody say Bulls on tap. Bulls on tap. Our city pretty and gritty. Benny the bull in the crowd getting hyper and litty. Me, I'm so drippy, it's slippery. Nothing offends me. Banners on banners, we winners. We got the stats in the news. Go and subscribe. Hang out with Buzzy and Goose. Tapping with us, we the truth. Jilla just murdered the booth.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bulls on Tap. I am your boy Buzz. I'm joined by my dude Goose, aka Bull Scripted, and we're here to recap these last 3, looking forward to these next 2. I forgot what I was just saying, but we're here to do a podcast, not after a post game. It's an actual just podcast today. We're going to talk about these last couple games and where we're going from here. Before we do that, be sure to go to ontapsportsnet.com for all your Chicago sports literature and podcasting needs. Following us on Twitter at BullsOnTap, at OnTapSportsNet, following Goose at BullScripted, me at BuzzOnTap. Anywhere you can listen to podcasts, you can listen to us. 5-star rating and review because that's cool and tough. Goose, what's up, man?
Not much. Feeling really good after those last 2 games. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm not shocked. I could not stay awake for a few of them. I got really far in the Lakers win last night. I was like in the 3rd quarter. I was still on the old Twitter machine, and then I don't remember what happened from there. But yeah, awesome Bulls basketball lately.
Yeah, the game ended, and I was like, I'm not going to call him out on the timeline. Let's go check Buzz's feed and see if he's been active. And it was like 2 hours ago. And I was like, chances are my man's asleep. So
yeah,
we'll leave him be.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's totally accurate. Obviously, we should probably touch on Friday. I don't want to. So if you want to move on from that, we'll just say our little quick opening statements on what happened to the Golden State on Friday last week. What do you think? What do you think about that game there, Goose?
Yeah, I mean, I was actually feeling myself in the first quarter. I
think everybody was.
We were going to have a good game. Even, the announcers for Golden State were going on about how the pace of the game was so great. And, it's been real competitive. And then out of nowhere, the Bulls offense just fell off. Lonzo and DeMar probably had their worst games as Chicago Bulls. And without Vooch, Zach just didn't have enough to get us over the hump. So for the first time this season, I felt like we saw what we've seen for the last couple of years. Zach simply did not have the help to get over the hump against a team led by Steph Curry. And Otto Porter got hurt. Imagine that.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, definitely not shocking. You basically covered everything in that one. I was just I was up for the first when it was looking good. And then I woke up literally in the recliner chair. Didn't even make it to my bed. I just fell asleep in the recliner. And I woke up in the morning and it's like, oh, man, I missed it. What happened? Blowout. Quick memory, dude. I just let it go. I was like, fuck that. I don't want to watch that. I don't want to talk about it. All right, Clippers game.
Your brain just told you that you weren't even going to see it the first time. You didn't have to remember it.
Exactly. All right, so what was that? Sunday's game, right?
Yeah.
Wait, what is today?
Today is Tuesday.
Oh, thank God. Okay. So we played on Sunday and Monday. Got it.
Correct.
Sunday's game against the Clippers. I wasn't shocked that the Bulls kind of like handedly beat them. I thought that like they would respond on Saturday, at least like put up a hell of an effort type thing, even if it was like a close loss. But I mean, the Clippers, neither are we. The Clippers are not at full strength, and I just think the Bulls outperformed them on both ends of the floor. I think it's that simple on Sunday's game.
Yeah, I mean, outside of Paul George, he didn't have much help, and DeMar was there. DeMar really rode into LA like Debo, and I think that's going to be his nickname for me. He's Debo because he is just a dog, and he is a bully. He might not be a giant guy like Debo, but he's a bully, and I love it. And I am so glad that I underestimated the totality of the dog in DeMar in the offseason with what we paid and being a little upset with the price. Because now I don't give a fuck about the price.
I don't feel like anybody should at this point. I know it's really early, and we could be. I mean, honestly, we're being a little premature.
But
just
are we?
14 games in? No, I just don't. I always got a happy medium.
A brand new team, 14 games in, that is just starting to feel each other and figure each other out.
That's what I mean.
Pace.
Yeah.
So, I don't think we're really getting that far ahead. I think we are rightfully jacked and juiced.
We're jacked and juiced. Like I said, I was just trying not to be premature about it in case it backfires and ends up being terrible. But my God, dude, he's been. Goose, I was talking to Tony about this earlier. Tony on Tap. I was talking to him about and Ron Luce about how I don't remember a Bulls player that can get. I said Bulls player that could get into the mid range like him on a consistent basis since I don't know, Jordan. I don't know. He's fire, dude. He gets in the paint. He drains his shots. I mean, he's shooting at a high clip. I dig it.
That window washer, windshield wiper move he pulled last night. That full fake hezzy all the way around, and then the fade that had Elise Johnson on the ground like he died in a coffin. No, I mean, that's the kind of stuff that you can expect from him on a nightly basis. And unfortunately, we had the one game where we didn't get it, and we did get slightly embarrassed. But DeMar is capable of doing that every night, and I just love how Lonzo Ball fits in that pairing of Zach and DeMar. You know, Lonzo takes almost all that fear of, can these guys play together? Will they fit together? The defense that Lonzo brings and just the connector that he is allows it to happen in his shooting. He definitely had his Lakers revenge game last night.
I feel like if he just improved in the mid-range game, dude, he'd be so much more dangerous too. I mean, obviously hitting the three at a crazy clip like he is right now, career best 42%. So every year he's been in the league, he's raised his 3-point percentage. I just wish he was a little bit better, like I said, in the mid-range. But no, Lonzo plays so good around those two, man. I mean, and DeMar's got them all engaged. I don't know, man. I feel like we're on the brink of something really special. And like I said, I try.
We made a top 5 center, undoubtedly top 5 to 10 player in the NBA, and Anthony Davis look like a fucking scrub without a power forward or a center. We had him frustrated to the point where he wanted to get himself tossed from that game last night, and he did. That's only Anthony Davis's second ejection in his whole entire career, caused by the new work Chicago Bulls without a center. And obviously LeBron James did not play. But as we've already pointed out, we're down Pat and Vooch, and Zach's been playing hurt. So you still have a top 10 player, and you have all the role players that you apparently believe that you need to make contenders run. So that is a game that the Bulls should be proud about. I don't want to go on Twitter and see that. I don't give a shit.
Do you think it looks any different? Because you brought this up about Anthony Davis. Do you think it looks any different if I hear myself? Were you messing with your speakers again?
I mean, I was touching my light. I don't know why my touching the light would make it echo.
It just did it again. Okay. I don't know if anybody can hear that on my end, if I'm going crazy or not. But do you think that the Bulls are going to have a hard adjustment period when Vooch comes back, or from his injury? Because we brought him up about how we didn't have a center right now, which is true, nor a power forward. But I mean, do you think it's going to be any different when he gets back? Do you think it's just going to status quo is going to go right? They're just going to flow right into it.
No, I mean, because we still saw a large chunk of Tony Bradley that I will be glad not to have to see when Vooch gets back. I think Billy said it best. As soon as we got the news that Vooch was going to be out, he turned it to the bright side right away. He said, I think it's going to be a positive. Obviously, it's not a positive that we're without him, but the positive in this is that these guys are going to have to learn how to play without him. And with our lack of big man depth, these small ball lineups do seem to be kind of figuring each other out and feeling each other out. And we were obviously successful last night, very successful last night. That was a lot of fun to watch. 5 pests just flying around, defensively wreaking havoc, and having that in your arsenal, kind of figuring that out in this short span here, because you have to, because it's, adapt or die, or lose in this case. I think it will be a positive, and Vooch is just so effortless at everything that he does that it will be seamless. They're expecting Tony Bradley to be able to facilitate the ball, and that's just really been screwing us.
I feel bad for how he looked. Does that, because you're kind of getting like an extended run a little bit. I don't want to say extended run, but more exposure, more playing time. I get, with Vooch being out, but he's looked really bad, dude. He's got someone said Omer is she candles, and and it's just I don't know, man. I like him back in the defensive backup role and not having plays run through him. And I was kind of surprised we saw that from Billy in the get-go.
I think you pointed out, you feel bad for him, and I think we do have to put some of that on Billy, as great as he's been coaching so far this year with this new squad. I think Billy did ask a little bit too much from him. And, maybe we see less of that going forward because it was made that obvious. Billy obviously didn't pull him. He didn't give him a quick hook. He let him play through it, let him work through it. But I'm not going to attribute that to Tony Bradley just not being a capable, rotational player. It's more so just that he was asked too much of too quick. And unfortunately, it was against Anthony Davis.
What's funny too, man, is like when people were on that whole, trade Vooch thing for something, I don't know what they wanted, but something for Vooch, or whatever. Vooch sucks. Like, could you imagine if Tony Bradley was a starting center? And all the people that said, oh, well, we have him for defense, he could play defense, the other guys can do what they need to do. It's like that. Those are the plays that you see last night that if they were to run through him, he can't capitalize on. It's a short turnover. I think that's where Vooch comes into, and not trying to shit on Tony Bradley or anything, but I think that's where, like, you look at Vooch, and if those plays are running through him, those are more buckets,
all night. And it's effortless. Like, it's just part of his routine, and he makes it look so easy. And the fact that he does make it look that easy is, I think, why we as fans can kind of take it for granted, because he just does it. Like, it doesn't look spectacular. It's like that Jokic vibe where he's moving slow. It doesn't really look that great, but it fucking works. And for other people, you see, it doesn't work. So getting him back will be great. But learning how to play with these small ball lineups is going to be really beneficial, especially come playoff time, because that game changes a lot.
What did you think about Derek Jones Jr. when he kind of came in for him?
He had like 3 and 1s in a row.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe this. Like, as soon as he would get an entry pass, you might as well have just started doing the and 1 signal, because he was feasting.
I'm not surprised. He's so athletic, and I like what Billy did too. The defensive sets with DJJ, and I guess this is like organic bar conversation right now. Went from talking about Tony Bradley to Vooch being missed and how did DJJ do all that shit. But totally just lost my train of thought. The fuck was I talking about, dude? What is happening to me? This is a lack of sleep because my toddler has a flu, which is another reason why I missed Sunday's show. Not because I fell asleep, but because I missed Sunday's show. What was that?
Said because Super Dad.
Well, yeah, Super Dad. I really think that I should get a Dad of the Year award. I think I should, dude. I mean, for real. Like, my sick kids sleeping in my bed. I'm staying up all night.
We can contact Tony and get an on-tap Dad of the Year award figured out for you or something.
That'd be very dope. And I don't even remember.
But you were talking about Derek Jones Jr.
Yeah, I was. Can't remember exactly what I was thinking though. Like, it's just all gone.
It's all gone.
It's yeah.
Well, on the Derek Jones Jr. front, I mean,
you're gonna have to carry me a little bit
until we get Vooch back, that Billy will run that lineup to start the game because of the success that we had, or that's just too much of a dagger to Tony Bradley's confidence. Like, yeah, You're the only center on our roster. We're going to play a small forward there.
Well, yeah. Obviously, they would be bad for his psyche, no doubt about it. But I think taking DJJ off like the bench would be, well, fun at first, would be kind of scary for the bench. He's just one of those guys that are proving to be a high energy guy that can come and get you some buckets, and not like he's doing it at a high clip or anything like that. He's not scoring at a crazy rate. Forget he sat
It's
the first few
extremely
games.
efficient outside of his threes that are, hit or miss every night. But
Right.
Any other shot that he's taken outside of open corner threes, which you do want him to shoot to keep the defense honest, are extremely efficient shots. He's a monster on the defensive end. In rebounding, he gets so damn high for rebounds. It's I don't know. It's mesmerizing to watch that man play basketball.
Yeah, just having Caruso in the starting lineup with him, like I said, I think it just kind of hurt the bench and whatnot. I was just surprised, like with the size aspect that we've been kind of talking about, is I thought we were going to see Simonovic when he was up, and I never saw a report of him being recalled, so I just don't think he dressed last night, because I didn't. Did you see him dress last night on the bench?
I haven't really noticed him dressed at all. I don't know if that is like the gray area of this counts as one of his X amount of games from the G League.
So like what if he's like called up but doesn't?
He's a full contract player. Never mind.
Yeah. So but if he's
so he can play as many games as he wants. But yeah, I didn't see him suited up,
right.
Which is interesting because you'd think if you're not going to use him at all, that having him playing in the G League is better. As much as I'm sure he would rather be sitting front row at an NBA game with his teammates, taking in that vibe the last two games. If he's not going to dress and play, is he not better off getting 30 minutes and putting up 20 and 10 in the G League to get ready for, a potential opportunity here at some point?
Yeah, I was really looking forward to seeing him. And now that he's not, like I said, he's not been, I haven't seen him get recalled yet. I don't think he has.
Do you think it has anything to do with like his build and his frame? Do you think they want to give him a year to fill out?
Well, I'm going to the Windy City Bulls game tomorrow, and I was really looking forward to seeing him, play, because he's not getting time in the NBA. But again, he was recalled by the Bulls when Vooch went down with got COVID. But I was just curious, man. I don't think it's his frame. He's not. I mean, yeah, he's skinny, but it's not. He's like a rookie Lowry.
I don't know. I think he's kind of like in between Lowry and Porzingis, in that lanky kind of weird.
I think
Lowry's got short arms.
Yeah.
Larry's got them short arms that he's got jacked up like Duke Nukem, but Simonovic has got more of those, KP pencil sticks. So I don't know. My take on him coming out of the draft was kind of that, he's probably more of a 4, but has to play the 5. And it's kind of just that tweener zone that we were trying to get out of with Lowry. The idea of getting a discount Lowry in the second round for super cheap sounds fantastic, but as we're seeing, he's obviously not nearly as ready to play as Lowry was when, Lowry was drafted 7th, though. So,
yeah, that's true. Lowry Markkinen and the 5th seed Cleveland Cavaliers right now too. That's what a pleasant surprise over there, huh?
Yeah, I mean, but I guess you had Ricky Rubio, you had an elite talent like Mobley. You get some more years for those young guys. Darius Garland actually gets to play basketball. Colin Sexton's not playing basketball, so his teammates are getting to shoot the basketball. Ooh. And it's been working for him. So we'll have to monitor Cleveland, but at the end of the day, I'm still not too worried about that.
Yeah, I'm not really worried about him either. But I was just so surprised to see them start off like they did. They blew a late lead.
Same thing with the Wizards.
Yeah. I feel like really dumb about that now that you bring that up, is because I always said that, Bradley Beal's not a guy that can carry, you to a playoff, like to a playoff.
Yeah, now he's got Gafford and Kuzma and Dinwiddie, and they're kind of figuring it out. They had a couple other guys. I watched a little bit of that game that I was kind of surprised. I was like, all right, they got a solid squad there. I didn't know that they went there. So we'll see how that plays out, but obviously we're not really that worried about them either.
I don't recall them getting Kuzma. How did they do that? Was that a trade? It had to be a trade, right? Yeah.
I swear they haven't.
No, they do have Kuzma.
Oh,
You're not
okay.
wrong. I'm saying, how did they acquire him? I don't remember.
I think Kuzma.
He was part of.
You got the Westbrook trade.
That's right. That's right. I guess that's just not memorable because Westbrook being on the Lakers isn't really memorable. It was kind of
No. I thought Russ was going to get himself tossed in that game too. After AD got tossed, he was chirping at that ref.
Yeah,
like going at like you didn't even need a mouth read. You could just tell that the verbiage coming out of his mouth was vulgar as hell. And I was like, hey, he's just taking it. Okay, probably used to it with Russ.
Yeah, he's a very highly competitive guy. I don't know, man. It's a weird team to me.
It's very weird to see the Wizards now doing good. That Russ is gone and the Lakers not doing so good. Obviously, LeBron's had this injury, but definitely potentially some correlation there.
Yeah,
a point guard who can't shoot the three, decides when he wants to play defense and when he doesn't want to, and sometimes can be a little bit of a stat hunter. So we'll see. Do you think that if it keeps going this bad, that LeBron just takes the year off?
No, hell no.
No. Okay.
They said he was going to be back before their next. What was it? Sometime this week.
Okay.
Before their next.
He better get back soon.
Yeah, their next TV or primetime TV game. You got anything else you want to talk about, man?
Kobe White. I feel like we'd be wrong not to touch on that. He didn't look so hot. Obviously, he didn't take very many shots, really get much runner opportunity to begin with. But watching Matt Thomas jack up shots in the fourth had me wanting to hunt down white boy swag there, because that was really pissing me off. Like, dude, come on, be self-aware. You're not going to be in the rotation over Kobe White. He's coming back from an injury. He needs some run and he needs to find a rhythm. And you're out here taking every damn shot and getting it shoved back in your face in garbage time. So, hopefully Kobe can bounce back, because having that scoring punch off the bench would be a very welcomed addition.
Yeah, we could definitely use that. I feel like our bench, once he gets going, will be the perfect blend of defense and scoring. And that's really important to bring the Bulls to the next level too, I think. I think they're top 10 in offensive efficiency and defensive efficiency right now, if I'm not mistaken. I believe they're top 10, which national media, didn't think it first was going to happen, but ended up happening. Even though did you see Hollinger took back what he said about him?
No, I did not see that he threw up the white flag on his off-season take so soon.
But I'll tell you what, though, he kept it consistent. He admitted why he did. He said why he was wrong. He didn't explain what was different. He explained why he was wrong, which I thought was pretty cool. And then he said he's throwing in the white flag 14 games into the season. So
he actually used those words?
I believe he did, yeah.
Holy shit.
I have to find that. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean that. I just like I said, once he gets fucking going, Kobe White, I think it'll be all good. Man, dude, I don't really have much to talk about right now.
No, it's hard. I mean, because we always just wing it, which most of our listeners know. We don't really ever do an outline or a script. We just hop on and have a good time talking Bulls together. Obviously, it's a lot easier coming fresh off the games, which is why we love doing our post games. But, life happens. You're a dad. You got to get up early as hell to work every day and stay up till midnight, and being coherent enough to hold the conversation for a half an hour just isn't really likely if you want to be functional in the morning.
Yeah, no, man, you hit the nail on the head. We'll be back after the Bulls play. I'll be on tomorrow. I should be, because I'm going to get back pretty late. So we'll be back after the Bulls play Portland. That's tomorrow, correct?
So what are you going to do? Set up your phone with the Bulls game at the Windy City Bulls game, or what's the plan?
The Windy City Bulls start at 7. The Bulls start at 9. So
shit, the Bulls start at 9 again?
Yeah.
Can they play on the West Coast forever?
Dude, this sucks.
I know you hate it, but I love it because I get to watch the full game. I don't have to sneakily watch the first half of the game at my register at work, under my computer, and I can help you. Just keep peeking down and looking at my phone and staring at my phone.
It's just brutal, man. Because again, like I've been on like no sleep the last couple of days, and like it's actually starting to, I think, affect me. And you know, I just I can't stay
We
up.
only
For the
have
rest
2
of
more
the
out there, though, right? We got 2 left on this non-circus trip.
I think, yeah, it's Wednesday, and then I think we play Friday, and I can't remember who I can't remember who we play. And then on Sunday we'll be back against the Knicks here at the United Center.
Which I think I'm gonna have to potentially see what's going on there. I want to be in the house for that.
Yeah, I'll be there for that. So, all right, everybody, be sure to go to ontapsportsnet.com for all your Chicago sports literature and podcasting needs. Following us on Twitter at BullsOnTap, at OnTapSportsNet. Following Goose at BullScripted, me at BuzzOnTap. Anywhere you can listen to podcasts, you can listen to us. 5-star rating and review because that's cool and tough. We'll be back on Wednesday. Hopefully, if I don't crash out, let's go.